Sir, answer the question. Are you claiming that this outside setup is not 8 feet?
8 feet.
I can remove the sign, DeVar.
Okay, Happy, do that.
All right.
Do that. Happy,
If you haven't noticed, this is again the third instance of the Department of Transportation harassing us after we have provided compliance information.
Wow, vaccine cops on the streets in New York City. Joining us now is the man who filmed the New York City cop giving him a hard time about those restrictions. Tyler, thank you for joining us. Tyler Hollinger, the owner of Festival Cafe. So, did I get this right? You're just trying to reopen, you're trying to make a buck. You've been on the sidelines for 18 months due to COVID, and this is what they're worried about, where that little wooden sign was on your sidewalk?
Exactly. I mean, it's clear to anyone that the city is not interested in saving lives by any means. They're interested in penalizing small businesses and, frankly, not compensating us for being the vaccine enforcement agency of the city, which is, quite frankly, disgusting.
Yeah, you guys are all of a sudden becoming the ones that have to enforce this, or else, or you're going to get fined. If, God forbid, someone without a vax card is in your restaurant, right? What do they say they're going to do to you?
We're going to face $5,000 fines a day. And you know what's even more disgusting of the hypocrisy that's in this city? The individuals who are doing the inspecting, the individuals who are doing the fining, do not have to be vaccinated themselves.
Sir, answer the question. Are you claiming that this...
So we just listened to this a little bit. So this guy rolls up and he's supposed to be checking to see if you have any unvaccinated or non-vaxxers in your restaurant, and then he gets into where your sign is and where that wooden structure is on your sidewalk.
Right. So this individual was threatening $1,000 fines because he claimed there wasn't enough clearance space on the sidewalk. I proved him wrong by bringing out the tape measure and measuring it. Then he said, no, your signs are out of compliance. And then he was like, even the dog water bowls can't be there. And I was like, the dog water bowls are for the dogs in the neighborhood. It's clear that the city is not interested in protecting the common good.
So, Tyler, I was in a restaurant last week, and there was a little back and forth between the hostess and a customer. They called cops. 3 cops, New York City cops, showed up. I mean, I'm thinking, with all the stuff that's going on, we're talking about hundreds of murders a year. The last thing in the world a cop wants to do is to be called because some customer doesn't have a vax card and wants to eat in a restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely. And frankly, we don't want to be caught in the middle of all this.
Right.
This is some sort of beef between the mayor and the unvaccinated. And let's be clear about one thing. If the mayor really wanted everyone to be vaccinated, you would have to show vaccine to get on a subway, to get on a crowded bus. But this isn't the case. And let's be even more transparent here. The UN, which is currently happening right now, you don't have to be vaccinated to go to the UN. They have an honor system.
They have an honor system. Southern border is being overrun by illegals. None of them are required to have a vaccine card or get vaccinated when they come in. But a restaurant owner like you has to be some sort of vaccine cop.
Look, we're struggling. We're struggling so hard right now. I can't find people to work. And the only reason we've managed to stay afloat is from the love and generosity of our neighborhood, of the regulars, the community who consistently comes back again and again, and the talented individuals that I still have at our cafe. And let me tell you, we opened last year in the pandemic. We just celebrated our first birthday. We are here, and we're not going anywhere.
You know what the odd thing is in this upside-down world, Tyler? You're forced to cater to and serve the people who had you closed for 18 months, and the people who fought for you to be open, those are the ones who aren't allowed in your restaurant. Tyler Hollinger, thank you for being here. We'll stay on that story. Thank you.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.